the most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic real world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $400,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
Welcome back trackside once again, race fans, here to the Turn 3 Racing Network tonight. The Turn 5 Motorsports drivers will jump back into the stadium trucks. The Pro 4 Showdown right here from Crandon International Raceway, 1.5 mile tricky little track. And we'll see if Sheldon Fittick can back up. The happy hour fast times qualifying already well and underway. Final few moments for these drivers to lay down the fast times to try to see who can shake out at the top of their heat race tonight. That's right, heat racing action here from Crandon International Raceway. It looks like I do believe we're going to have ourselves 2 heat races, maybe even 3 possibly, before we head into the feature event. So first and foremost, how you doing? How you feeling out there in TV Land, race fans? Glad you could all join us here tonight. As always, Dave in the Cave bringing you all the calls from trackside. We'll jump away from that track information and shoot you those qualifying times over there left hand side of your screen. And indeed, front of the field. It is Reloptix.com, sponsor number 41 machine, Sheldon Fitting. Gonna go quick time, 1:18.91. The provisional pole position with just about 30 seconds remaining, so it does indeed look like Fittick will walk away with some bonus points here tonight. As the music begins to fade out, we'll have a clearer picture of how these heat races are going to line up and stack up. Handful of drivers yet to put in some time lapse, but they're still here tonight, and we'll see we'll see where they all end up shaking out. How about that Beef Jerky Unlimited number 86 of Tommy D? Tommy back in the field, back inside the top 5, and that's going to do it. That's going to be a wrap on qualifying. And we're going to get ready to head straight into some heat racing here tonight from Crandon Raceway. Are you ready, race fans? Let's get on your feet and let's get these drivers ready to roll out here tonight. Heat race number 1. And your pole sitter, Sheldon Fittick, will bring the field to the green flag as everybody back behind the iRacing pace truck ready to roll off here tonight. 6 drivers in the first heat race here tonight as we get set and ready to fly from Crandon. We'll go ahead and run down your starting lineup for heat race number 1, starting from the inside row. Actually, he's going to line up to the outside. Sheldon Fittick in that Reloptix.com number 41 machine will start outside. Pole position with Tommy D just to his inside, starting from second. Back in third, Frenchie with John Sayer. In fourth, Robert Owing and Jason Ray round out your 6 truck field for heat race number 1 here from Crandon International Raceway. So with that being said, let's drop the graphics out the way and get ready to drop the hammer. And if the events leading up to the heat races and tonight's feature event has shown us anything, it's that this 41 is super fast. Look for him to try to get a jump on the initial start of this race as we get set to head around the final few corners and get ready to drop the green flag. Taking a look back on board with your pole sitter, Sheldon Fittick brings the field over the hill, and we'll get ready to drop the hammer. Up over the hill, and green flag flies here from Crandon. 5 laps in all of the heat races here tonight. Track state will carry over. We're not going to do any grooming, no cleaning here tonight. Not needing anything at the front is Sheldon Fittick as he's already opened up a half a second advantage. Everybody got to go single file back behind him. Tommy D going to keep the second position. He walks away from Frenchie running back in third. There you can see that K&N sponsored number 46 machine making his way around the track. Fittick with a big moment through the corner that time. That's going to open up the door for Tommy D. He's not going to get there. Fending off, fighting off the pass there at the front. Your pole sitter, Sheldon Fittick, continues to lead lap number 1. We'll drop some of that timing scoring for you, let you follow along with their favorite driver around here, maybe in heat race number 1, or coming up shortly. Coming at you in heat race number 2. 5 laps at heat race number 1, 5 in heat race number 2 before we hit the track for tonight's 11 lap feature event. Crandon Raceway up over the hills. Everybody still continues to chase after Sheldon Fittick, who's now built a 1 second gap. Tommy D with 2 seconds back from him. The 86 Beef Jerky Unlimited machine looking good here tonight. Good return to the track. And whoa! Almost up and over. Pushing the envelopes, pushing the lemons. Tommy D almost has a rollover. Sent it into the corner. Climbed up on I don't even know if you can call that a curb, but climbed up on the hill. Might as well say, and almost rolled that 86 right on over. I like that on the front. How about that? A nice touch. A shout out to Reloptix.com. Check that out. Front bumper. Lose the glasses and get the lenses. Nice little shout out to an associate sponsor on that 86 beef jerky unlimited machine, Reloptix.com. Fellow sponsor here in the season for these Turn 5 Motorsports drivers. Everybody stretched out now, so we'll go back. Let's highlight everybody throughout the field. We'll say we jump back to third place runner outside of that K&N machine. Frenchie running well here tonight, started third, running in third, and he's got himself a 1.5 second advantage as well as he slides the 46 machine around the corner. Will cross the line with 3 laps to go. Robbie D in the 9. Right behind him. Running well here tonight, picking up 1 position from where he started from. Started back in 5th, now running in the 4th position. 1 second back behind the 46 machine and 2.8 seconds in front of his fellow competitor, John Sayer. Back here, the 369. There you can see Sayer having a little bit of connection problems, a magic moment. And U-Haul, 369. Tail end of the field here in heat race number 1, 3 laps to go, right where he started from, not making any headway here tonight inside of the Hooters. The Pro 4 Stadium truck there to get behind Jason Brumet, and it looks like Brumet just trying to learn the track here, utilizing this heat race more as an extended practice session, and oh my goodness! Testing the limits of the shocks coming over the corner. Brumet stays in the gas and stays on it. He tries to run down Sayer for 5th. Bit of a slide and almost around goes Rumey, and we're going to jump back up to your race leader there, Sheldon Fittick, continuing to push the envelope, continue to push the limits here tonight. And he's continuing to step away from his competition, almost a 5-second gap for Fittick over Tommy D. Frenchie right there as well, and Tommy in scoring having a little bit of a fit, but we all know where they're all running here tonight. Fittick, Tommy D, Frenchie, Robbie D, Jason Rumey back there in 5th, and it looks like John Sayer has come to pit road, so Sayer having to come to pit road with just 2 laps remaining. Sheldon Fittick continuing to dominate heat race number 1, and you better watch out for him tonight. I guarantee you he's going to be quick all night long. Tommy D with a great run here tonight as well as he jumps the whole corner, almost lands, cuts it straight to the left and fires things off back down the hill to the left-hander. Trying to keep the momentum, trying to keep the back end of the truck underneath him. You need it to slide, but you need it to slide a little bit straight. And almost not quite that straight right there. The 86, a little bit of moment. He's going to give up even more time here through the final few corners. And we are now working our way around the track for the final lap here in heat race number 1. Drivers in heat race number 2 already beginning to make their way to their trucks and get ready to head out to the track. Race leader clean and clear here tonight at that Reloptix.com. 41 machine looking clean as well. Hardly any dust, any dirt on it, and well, you get to look pretty if you can keep yourself out front. Fittick's been able to do so. Drop of the green flag here in heat race number 1 and has not looked back. Led every single lap here in heat race number 1. Going to come around the final few corners and finish off the final lap. Sheldon Fittick all but got this one in the bag. Tommy D looks to walk away with 2nd. Frenchie gonna finish in 3rd here in heat race number 1. Robert D in the 9 machine gonna walk away 4th. Rumey back in 5th. And that's going to do it. Checkered flag will fly that time around, and there it goes. That's going to be it. That's going to be all she wrote for heat race number 1, and Sheldon Fittick going to take the top spot away. Tommy D walking away 2nd. Frenchie back in 3rd. Robert D back in 4th. Jason Brumet in 5th, and John Sayer coming to pit road, giving up right at the end. Looked like he had a little bit of engine smoke coming down, so trying to get a jump on the fix. John Sayer going to be back in the pits, trying to get his machine back out on the track. So heat race number 1 already in the bag. Driver is going to get ready and set to roll off here in heat race number 2. Mark Axelson bringing the field back behind the iRacing pace truck. 5 drivers here in heat race number 2, and your starting lineup going to look a little something like this. Starting from the top spot here in heat race number 2, the 76 machine of Mark Axelson. Last week's race winner inside of that 60 machine. He went to victory lane at Gateway in the open wheel USF 2000 machines. Much different car, much different racing styles. We'll see if Fan can turn a second place start in heat race number 2 into a good starting spot in the feature. Fan will roll off second. Bill Percy right there in the third position with Jimbo lining up in fourth. Steve Trotter rounds out your 5-car field here for heat race number 2. As Axelson brings the field around, we'll get ready to drop the hammer. Ready to go green flag racing here once again from Crandon. All the fans in the stands getting their cameras ready as we get set to drop the green flag once again here from Grandin International Speedway. Race number 8 here this season for the Turn 5 Motorsports drivers. And while we got you here, while we're watching some great racing action, go get you some popcorn, or better yet, some of that beef jerky out there. Yep, you can look down in the description, find a link to head right on over to beefjerkyunlimited.com. Get yourself some great beef jerky, and they've got multiple flavors, multiple different kinds. Chicken jerky, turkey jerky, they got it all. And hey, you know you may end up wanting a little bit of turkey jerky with gobble season coming up here at the end of the week. Glad you could all join us here tonight. And while you're here, while you're at it, scroll down in that description, click the link, and head on over to beefjerkyunlimited.com. Don't forget at checkout, discount code TURN5 to get yourself 15% discount on everything you happen to put in that cart. And if you're anything like me, you see it and it's add to cart. See it, add to cart, add to cart. And then, those discount codes come in rather handy. Just saying, might have a problem. Not having a problem at the front is Mark Axelson. He continues to lead heat race number 2. Looks like everybody holding serve right where they qualified here tonight for heat race number 2. Rule Fan still sits in second with Bill Percy, Jimbo, and Steve Trotter. Rounding out the 5-truck field here in heat race number 2. And I do believe we will have ourselves a third heat race, another 5 or 6 truck heat race coming up here just moments away. 4 laps remaining here in heat race number 2, and Mark Axelson continues to build on the lead. Now that gap already knocking on the door of a 2-second advantage. So the 76 quick getting qualifying and quick here in heat race number 2. He's going to look to start from outside pole position for tonight's feature event here from Crandon Raceway. You're watching the Reloptix.com Beef Jerky Unlimited Turn 5 Motorsports drivers. Race number 8 here this season. And if you're a newcomer, welcome. How you doing? Glad you could join us here tonight. Next week, we're going to be switching things up yet again. Drivers going to be jumping out of these Pro 4 stadium trucks and into the rally cross cars. Once again, we're going to head to Sonoma, the full course rally course at Sonoma, coming up next Tuesday evening. Mark it on your calendars. You know you want to. Better yet, while you're here, join us in that push to 3,000. Show these drivers that love and drop them the thumbs up. Click subscribe and smash that bell over there on the right-hand side to get notified anytime we go live. Then you don't have to worry about a calendar. You'll get a nice, fancy little notification anytime we go live here on the Turn 3 Racing Network, whether it's myself, Dave in the Cave, or anybody else back at the headquarters. We do appreciate each and every one of you, each and every time you stop by. And I tell you what, we're going to jump back and take a look here at Roll Fan coming around some of the final few corners here with just 3 laps to go. Than still sits in second, right where he qualified. Nice and smooth, up and over the hill. That chrome down number 60 looking pretty here tonight. Nice little camera shot. Just over that left front tire, you can see how these trucks pitch and roll through the corners. As we take another look back here, another great onboard camera shot. Do want to give a big shout out to all the drivers and crews out there allowing us to go out there and put multiple different onboard camera shots, allowing you fans in the stands as well following along at home to enjoy some of the sights and sounds right there in your living room, right in the palm of your hands, whether you're watching on the tablets, the computer, maybe even up on the big screen. We do appreciate each and every one of you joining us here tonight. So while you're here, while you're at it, go ahead and drop these drivers a thumbs up, show them some love, let them know you appreciate and enjoy all the content they bring you week in, week out, every Tuesday night, right here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. 2 laps remaining in heat race number 2, and it's all but in the bag for the man out front. Another dominating performance here in heat racing action. Mark Axelson, 5-second advantage over Rolfan, who's got a 7-second advantage over third place runner Bill Percy. Jimbo still sits in that 4th spot with Steve Trotter rounding out your top 5. And the white flag gonna fly. Final lap here for Mark Axelson. Just 1.4 miles around the track, and he's gonna be able to start from outside pole position. There you can see that's the distance. That's over 5 seconds. And 5 seconds looks a lot closer here. I don't want to call it on a rally track, but here at this racetrack here, take into consideration 5 seconds at Martinsville. That's over, that's almost bordering half a lap down. I mean, it looks a lot different depending on where you're at. And now the gap's going to grow even bigger, almost a 6-second advantage for Mark Axelson as he works his way around the final few corners here at Crandon International Raceway. And he will take the checkered flag here in heat race number 2. He'll be starting outside pole position when we start the feature here in just a few short moments. But first, we've got one more heat race here tonight as Mark Axelson takes the top spot in heat race number 2. Rolfan walks away in second. Bill Percy, Jimbo, and Steve Trotter round out the field here in heat race number 2. Drivers a little slow getting to the trucks here to begin their way to the racetrack as we get set for heat race number 3. And it looks like everybody going to be able to get there now. Everybody rolls off and begins to file in line behind the iRacing Pace truck. So we'll head a little closer to the track as we get set and ready to roll off here in heat race number 2. Starting from the pole position. Inside of that 109, Bender from California going to try to lay down the law on Steve Law, who's going to start just to his inside in that number 6 American flag Pro 4 machine. Andy Gutman, and Paul Dillon rounding out the 5-truck field here for heat race number 3. Who's going to start third? Who's going to walk away with a good shot at a podium here tonight right from the drop of the green flag in tonight's feature event? We've got 5 laps to go here in heat race number 2. And as the iRacing pace truck jumps up over the hill, it'll make that left-hand turn, right-hand turn here at Crandon. And we'll get ready to drop the hammer and go back. Green flag racing once again here in these Pro 4 Stadium truck machines. On the gas, and here we go. Over the hill, and wait for it, wait for it. A little bit early. Oh, into the wall goes the 109. Bender into the wall a little bit, and green flag flies once again here from Crandon International Speedway. Everybody going to get up through the gears and try to gain a spot or two if they can better their chances at a good starting spot in the feature event. Oh, contact, hard contact there for, I believe that was the 003 of Gutman. A little bit of contact. No, that was Steve Wall. Contact with one of those outside walls. As race leader begins to step away, contact once again, and we've got one up on 2 wheels. Steve Law from second position. He's going to turtle shell this one, and he's going to be left upside down. Can we get a push truck? Bender going to walk away with this one now. Already a 1.5 second advantage over Randy as Steve Law up and over. He's going to turtle that thing and be stuck just upside down, and you never ever want to see yourself upside down. It doesn't matter what kind of racing machine you find yourself in. Upside down, no good. Tires need to stay on the ground. Tell you what, we haven't done it yet. Why don't we go high above the racetrack? One of our Turn 3 drone cams here tonight. Let's go high above the racetrack. Take a little look at this battle for the second position. And you can see that 109 of Bender having his way at the front of the field. Andy right here. Paul Dillon trying to close in. The 113 trying to gain some ground, and he's going to gain some through that corner. Good exit coming out of the corner, and he's going to pick up a ton of ground here into the hairpin. Tight left-hander. Running it wide goes Andy, and that 34 machine cutting it close through the corner to the 113 of Paul Dillon. Now looking for a position. He's going to run wide, look for a crossover. Here it comes down to the inside, but he's going to be on the outside for this next corner, trying to send it up and over the hill and into the side of him. Great hardcore racing action here in these Pro 4 Stadium trucks. They'll go side by side once again, beating door handles off as they head down the hill and back into another left-hander. Slide job. Crossover coming. Contact off the corner. Drag racing back across the line. This is getting good. Oh, more contact. Andy trying to cut it close to that inside wall and lay the power down. They've allowed Gutman to work his way back up into the mix, back into the picture. Gutman right there within striking distance, less than a second back now. So we got a hot and heavy battle right here unfolding right before our eyes. And we'll drop the timing and scoring here with just 3 laps remaining here in heat race number 2. Number 3. We're on heat race number 3. So we're seeing a theme here tonight. Drivers starting from that pole position have been able to not just keep themselves out front, not just, oh, and a roll. We got a rollover. Andy in the 34 gonna have some trouble. He's gonna go up and over and around. I believe we do have footage of that one, so let's go back. Let's check the replay and let's see what happened here with Andy. The 34 gonna come up over the corner, and I believe he's gonna unload funny here, and yeah, Truck just unloads funny on the shocks, and he's going to come to a slide on his lid, and we'll have another turtle out there on the track tonight. Tough break for that 34 machine. He's going to get towed back to pit road with just 2 laps remaining. 3 drivers still out there on track, so they'll take the top 3 spots here in heat race number 3. But showing the way, as we were saying, leaders at the start of their heat races, not just stepping away, but absolutely checking out over a 6-second advantage. And we'll see the white flag fly this time around for that 109 of Bender. He's got this one in hand. Paul Dillon looking to just have a solid finish and walk away with second. Gutman, as long as he's got no issues, will finish in third, give himself a good starting position for tonight's 11-lap feature. 16 drivers in the field tonight. We're ready to find out how they're all going to shake out, how they're all going to run down, and we'll fire things off after a quick commercial break and heading down trackside for the national anthem. Heat racing coming to a close, coming to 1 to go this time around for the MPI butt kicker 109 of Bender. And just like that, white flag flies. Final lap here in heat race number 3 for the Turn 5 Motorsports drivers. The Beef Jerky Unlimited Reloptix.com. Season number 1 for these drivers. Great racing action week in, week out. I cannot stress it enough. These drivers jumping in and out of machines from open wheels to open wheel modifieds on asphalt. We jump into some rally cross cars. You're watching these drivers' second attempt in these Pro 4 trucks. And we also hit the track in the Arca Menards machine, so a lot of different racing disciplines, a lot of different cars to adjust to week in, week out, and you got to give all these drivers a hand, and needing a hand now is your race leader. Did he just throw this away? Did he just throw away the heat race winning performance? It's going to go all the way from about 9 seconds down to 3, and having trouble is Paul Dillon. Dillon with trouble now. Checkered flag gonna fly this time around. Oh my goodness. And coming to the final corner and around we go. Checkered flag will fly. Paul Dillon gonna walk away in second with Gutman rounding out your top 3. That's gonna do it for heat race number 3. And we're gonna get ourselves just a short intermission, as we had said, for tonight's feature event. So 3 heat races already behind us. We've got just a little bit more racing in store for you here tonight. Don't go anywhere, race fans. We'll be right back with your starting lineup, your national anthem, and Green Flag Racing live right here from Grandin Speedway.
With the Butt Kicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. Butt Kicker, the future is feeling.
iRacing is a sim racing game that combines a true-to-life racing experience with an online community of virtual racers from all around the globe. iRacing offers a multitude of officially licensed cars and tracks, laser scanned with millimeter accuracy. Their car models and mechanical systems are based on real-world physics, engineered in cooperation with manufacturers and race teams. Their skill license system ranges from rookie to pro, ensuring members are always pitted against those with similar skill sets. Members are able to sign up for a weekly race series, compete in time trials, host a private race with friends, and participate in racing leagues created and run by the community. With over 170,000 members, iRacing works in partnership with renowned motorsports organizations like NASCAR to deliver virtual races based on the real-life NASCAR Cup Series, as well as many other series on the NASCAR ladder. iRacing also features team racing, providing a variety of options for members to create and manage their own teams. Race with friends or real-world teammates in full-length endurance events like the 24 Hours of Daytona, Spa 24, or the Bathurst 12 Hour. Additional partners include IMSA, World of Outlaws, Supercars, and IndyCar, allowing members to race in their very own Indianapolis 500, Bathurst 1000, Chili Bowl, and many more iconic events. This is iRacing, delivering the most authentic racing experience short of getting into a real race car. Sign up today at iRacing.com.
iRacing, you wanted the best, you got them 4 abreast. Often imitated, never duplicated. The greatest show on dirt, the World of Outlaws.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly wailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rackets regular, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
And back live trackside here from Crandon International Raceway. Are you ready, race fans, to kick things off for tonight's feature event? We're ready to roll off of the starting grid. Bells beginning to toll. You know the sounds. You know it's time to run down tonight's starting lineup here from Crandon International Raceway. Starting inside row number 1, your Heat 1 winner, the 41 of Sheldon Finnick. Just to his outside, walking away with Heat Race number 2's checkered flag, the 76 of Mark Axelson. Bender and Tommy D back in row number 2, row number 3 here tonight for the Turn 5 Motorsports drivers, Rolf Van and Paul Dillon. Frenchie and Bill Percy back in row 4, row number 5, the 003 of Gutman, followed by Robert E. and 9 Machine rounding out your top 10. Jimbo and Andy back in row number 6. in a row. Number 7 finishing out the field, Jason Brumet, Steven Trotter, Steve Law, and John Sayre. Pace shrunk down and away. Music starts to begin to fade in the background. Drivers around the final few corners, and we're ready to drop the hammer in the feature event tonight here from Crandon International Raceway. Race number 8 here in season 1. Ready to kick off, and just like that, on the gas and green flag flies once again here from Crandon. Big stack up on the inside as Mark Axelson into the inside wall. More contact, and up and over goes Tommy D. Oh my goodness, Tommy D going for a ride. He's still flipping and twisting, and oh my goodness. We're going to stay with the racing action for just one moment, but we're going to get that queued up, get you an onboard camera shot of what happened there with Tommy D. He is way back in the field here tonight. Now the 46 contact with the 9. The 9 going to go around up over the hill. Here comes the 34. We got some craziness going on here from Crandon. The 9's going to clip, I believe. Who is that? I believe that may be the 86 of Tommy D. No, that was the 34 of Andy getting clipped. Now the 46 of Frenchie trying to run down Paul Dillon. Oh my goodness, we've got a ton of action here early on lap number 1 in tonight's feature event. A ton of action all over the racetrack. Let's jump up here a little closer to that second position as Sheldon Fittig beginning to walk away with the top spot here to complete lap number 1. The battle is for second deep into the corner. Sliding right up to that rear bumper is the 109 of Bender. Mark Axelson has got his hands full. Lap number 1 in the bag, and it looks like most of the positions are pretty much sorted out. We'll take a look right here. That's Rulfan trying to step away from Frenchie before we go back to the replay. Let's see what happened here with Tommy D coming to the green flag. What happened to that number 86 machine? We'll look at the Beef Jerky Unlimited replay for a moment here. Up over the hill, everything looks good. A little bit of a stack up on the start. Up over the hill in trouble for the 109 and into Tommy, and oh my goodness. A little bit of an assist, and then backwards down the hill. They'll get it corrected and headed back in the right direction, but that is a big time moment there for Tommy D and the Beef Jerky Unlimited number 86 machine. He's going to have a lot of ground to make up after that one, and that was a wild and crazy ride in the opening few corners here for Tommy D and that BeefJerkyUnlimited.com team. He's going to have a lot of ground to make up all the way back to 7th now. Sheldon Fittig opening up the race lead, 1.6 second advantage for the moment. Mark Axelson still sits right there in second. Bender back in third. Rulfan running in fourth with Frenchie, Bill Percy, and Tommy D. Gutman, Dylan, and Andy round out your top 10 with 9 laps remaining, 2 in the bag. And Fittig looks to sweep the events here tonight from Crandon. Tell you what, we've got a battle on the track. Let's jump back here. Let's watch the battle unfold between these two men, the 113 and the 003, going at it for a moment. And it looks like Gutman going to concede the position down hard into the corner. Goes the 113, overcooks the corner, not realizing that Gutman pretty much already gave the position to him. And hard down into the corner, Dylan almost having some troubles. Whoa, where did he come from? The 16 of Bill Percy, trouble in front. Oh my goodness, close action here. And now the 16 going to get caught up and involved. Oh man. Tough little go there for Gutman. Let's ride here on board with that 003. You can see the battle raging on in front of him. Trying to work his way through the corner. There's the contact just in front of him. Nowhere to go into the side of that Red Bull. 16 of Bill Percy. Gutman going to have to try to regroup. Head back in the right direction. Good solid recovery, but still a long way behind as we check back in at the front of the field with your race leader, Sheldon Fittig, continuing to show the way here from Crandon. Looking back through the field, and Tommy D able to pick up one more position. Tommy D beginning to close in now on Frenchie, looking to grab his or run his way back to a top 5 position. Early trouble, a flip, and a barrel roll. Tommy D way back in the field, and now he's beginning to work his way back to the front. Contact in the air between those two drivers, driving a little bit mean behind the wheel right now. We'll take a look over the hood on board here with Tommy D as he chases down the 46 of Frenchie. A few different onboard camera shots coming at you here on this Beef Jerky Unlimited machine. We'll take another look at it from inside the cockpit. Get to ride along and feel every bump, every nook, every cranny. Up and over the hill we go, and just like that, into the 5th position. Tommy D going to take the spot away from Frenchie in that 46. Tommy's got himself 3 seconds to try to run down Wolf and just to get back to where he qualified from. Your top 3 running right where they started tonight's race. As we head to the front of the field, we'll run down your driver highlights and spotlights halfway through the feature event here tonight. Quickest in happy hour, quickest in hot laps, fastest in heat race number 1, and walking away with it at the front of the field in the feature event inside his Reloptix. The 41 machine, Sheldon Fittig, continues to show the way. Mark Axelson, bridesmaid all night, the Dana Point, California. The driver inside of the 76 Pro 4 machine, solid night right there, has played second fiddle to Fittig all night long, but Mark Axelson just looking to walk away with a good points tonight. The 76 sits in second. The 109 of Bender making some noise here tonight inside of his MPI bunt kicker. 109 Bender gonna take the checkered flag in heat race number 3. Line up in third, running in third here with just 6 laps remaining. The 109 rounds out your podium. Fourth position here tonight with 6 laps remaining from Crandon Raceway, the Sharpsburg, Georgia native. Last week's race, a winner from Gateway, the Worldwide Technology Raceway. Rulthan went to victory lane, but he's going to have a lot of ground to try to make up to go to victory lane here tonight from Crandon. Than rolls in 4th. The man right behind him and closing in quick. Driving behind the wheel and driving with purpose, making up a ton of time. Tommy D rounds out your top 5, and he's going to look to take that 4th position away this time around. He's going to close in to just a half a second. We said he was 3 seconds behind, less than a lap ago. Slide job, and he's going to look to take the position up over the hill. And the pass is his. Position goes to Tommy D. 9.7 seconds back from Bender in a podium position. Can Tommy get there? Can he do it with 5 laps to go? I think he may have a shot. He is faster than the drivers in front. We'll see if Tommy D can work his way onto the podium. That's going to do it for your driver highlights and spotlights as we get set to jump back to a battle. How about we go back here? Bill Percy, Robert D, and Andy all going at it. You can see that Red Bull number 16 machine of Percy trying to run down the 003 of Gutman, who has an off-track excursion up over the hill. He'll come back on the racetrack, and that's going to set us up with a... Oh, boy. Easy there, Bo. Easy. Whoa, horsey, you got to get that thing corralled here. Gutman fighting the truck right now. That Toyota Racing Development 003 having a little bit of trouble here tonight. That's going to allow the 16 and the 9 to step away with the battle unto themselves. Only battle on the track right here, or closest battle on track, I should say, just a half a second separates 8th from 9th. And we'll head back to another little battle. What do you say we jump a little bit further in the field? There you can see that in 113 of Paul Dillon. Starting to close in on Frenchie, the 46 K&N machine, losing a little bit of ground now with just 4 laps to go. Sheldon Fittig, nothing has changed at the front except the distance between himself in second place, knocking on the door of a 2-second advantage, and it's going to creep just over that 2-second mark over Mark Axelson. There still sits in third time, and he's still closing in, but he's not catching the front of the field nearly as quickly. And how about this side-by-side battle? Great racing action coming right at you, right through your screen. We'll continue to watch these drivers go at it for 6th and 7th on the racetrack. Give the advantage now to that 113 of Paul Dillon, and he's going to look to step away from Frenchie in that K&N 46 machine. And ironically, although we had a lot of action, a lot of contact throughout tonight's feature event, everybody running right where they started tonight's race from. So a lot of maneuvering, a lot of passes. But it's all been for naught for a lot of the drivers here tonight. Only the number 9 machine of Robert D able to make up any positions from his qualifying effort. Up from 10th to 8th. He's up 2 spots. Everybody else just kind of holding serve, and everybody else continuing to chase this man right here up over the hill through the final few sections of the course. And we'll see the popsicle sticks on display this time around here from Crandon International Raceway. Just 2 laps to go this time by for your race leader. Race number 8 gonna be the lucky charm. Sheldon Fittig looking to become the only driver to walk away with 2 race winning performances, and it looks like it very well may be a done deal here tonight. Just gotta sign it, seal it, and deliver it. 2 laps remaining, just 3 miles left here tonight in the Reloptix.com Crandon Grand Prix. 16 drivers took to the field here tonight. We have still got 11 out there on the track. All 11 left on the lead lap. Jason Roumet down there trying to fix that 87 machine. He had some early trouble, and engine gonna expire for Roumet, and he's gonna have still have a decent points night. Still gonna walk away in 12th. And a big slide for race leader, and this could change the game. Into the tail end of him, Sheldon Fittig in trouble now. Mark Axelson right there. 2 laps to go. We'll get the white flag, and we're going to have a battle to the checkered flag. Mark Axelson right there digging on the inside, trying to gain the momentum, trying to get back to that rear bumper. If he gets there, will we see a bump and run? Will he move him out the way? How is it going to unfold? How's it going to play out here? We'll jump even closer to the action as these drivers head around the track. 1.5 miles remaining. White flag flies. Final lap here tonight on board with Mark Axelson, looking back, looking in at the driver, trying to work his way up and around. Sheldon Fittig over the hill and coming at you once again. Can Fittig keep this race win in the bag? Will he have trouble once again? Almost threw this one away. Great job getting the power down around the left-hand hairpin. And Fittig looks like he's starting to step away again. A little bit of a scary moment into that same corner, and it's going to pose some problems again. He's going to run wide through the corner. But Finnig's going to be able to keep it at the front. I believe he will walk away clean from this one. Hart probably pounding inside of that 41 machine. Almost handed the race win over. And the checkered flag will fly. Walking away with the race win here tonight from Crandon. Inside of that Reloptix number 41 machine. Sheldon Fittig, your only driver to capture a second win on the season. Hats off to Fittig in that 41 machine. Mark Axelson, can't say enough about this man. Great night for him as well. He'll finish in second with Bender walking away third. So all three of your heat winners walk away into podium positions. And as drivers enjoy a cool down lap, we're going to step away and get things ready for your post-race interviews. So don't go anywhere, race fans. We'll be right back live here from Crandon. And back live trackside at the conclusion of tonight's race here from Crandon International Raceway. Podium drivers waiting for their post-race interviews. There you can see them all lined up on the track. So we're going to jump right into it. We're going to see if we can catch and have a few words with the man that walked away third here tonight inside of that MPI Butt Kicker 109 machine. Bender, it's Dave in the booth. You got a copy, man?
Hey, Dave, how you doing, man?
I can't complain. If I did, nobody would listen, and who would care, right? I'm just saying. I mean, let's be honest about it, you know?
Oh, that's good stuff, man. I love it. I love it.
Well, man, congratulations on your winning heat race number 3, walking away with third place here tonight in the feature event. How tough was it to keep that truck out front in the heat race, and how tough was it here tonight in this feature event?
The heat race, I felt like I was in a better groove. I was a little bit more relaxed. My hands were a little bit slower. I think in the main event, I was driving a little bit more tense. But I mean, still, if you look at the lap times, the guys that were out front, I mean, they were crushing it. They were going to be tough to beat. Even if I could have caught up to them, it was going to be hard to pass them.
Now, you mentioned hard to pass drivers. Is it just due to all of the corners here, or I noticed there's a couple of these hairpins that it seemed like if you got the back end of the truck a little bit too far gone, you almost came to a full-blown stop.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, there's guys that know how to drive here and guys that don't. And when I say that, like, you don't want to use a guy as your marker. Like, you don't want to come into a corner and use him to stop the truck. You know, it's not clean racing. So if you're racing guys clean and you're side by side, you know, I mean, touching's one thing, but if you're banging into other trucks, it's not the way to do it. So passing, you know, when you pass a guy and you pass him clean, it's tough, man, to do it and do it right. So if you're running really close, similar speeds, you'll go a lot of corners side by side with a guy before you can get around him. So passing guys can be tough when they're running a little bit faster than you or the same speed as you.
Well, you were able to keep your truck clean and keep yourself in a good spot here tonight, as we already said, walking away third here from Crandon in the Pro 4 machine. So before we let you go here tonight, would you like to give any shout-outs, thank yous, love yous, thank anybody back home?
No, not really. I have to thank Sheldon, man, for putting this on. I appreciate what he does. You know, that he puts on this new league, and I think the guys are really starting to enjoy it. I love it. And you know, it's most appreciated. It gives us something to do, and it's a fun event. So yeah, appreciate him.
All right, my man. Well, again, congratulations on third place here tonight. We'll see if we can catch up with you next week in Sonoma in the Rallycross machines.
All right, thanks, man. Appreciate it.
All right, there you have it. Final few words from the man inside of that 109 Max Pappas Industries Butt Kicker machine. Bender gonna walk away in third, and that's gonna lead us to the man that finished in second here tonight. Let's take a look at that 76 machine. Let's see if we can't have a few words with the man himself. Let's see if we can't dial up Daddy Shark here. Sharky, it's Dave. How you doing? How you feeling, man?
Doing good, Dave.
No, didn't like my Daddy Shark joke.
I missed it.
Oh, okay. Well, never mind then. We're just going to move on from it and act like it never happened. Winning heat race number 2, walking away second here tonight. You had a close battle there at the end. Did you think coming down to that final lap you were going to have that kind of opportunity?
No, and I messed that up. I squared him up, and I gave him the boost he needed, which stopped me. So he gave me the opportunity to pass, and I decided to just go square into the back end of him instead.
Well,
It was a great race. It was fun.
Absolutely, and this is the second time we visit the Pro 4 trucks. You look to be pretty quick here tonight. Are you looking forward to jumping back in these things later on this season?
I am. I definitely feel like I have an advantage in these cars over some of the other series we run, but it's kind of neat jumping all over the place so we can get kind of the point of the series. So we have be good in some races and not so good in others.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, you can be pretty good in this one race in one lap and then throw it away in 2 or 3 different corners in a whole nother lap. So a lot of different aspects of racing involved in this, a lot of different racecraft coming into effect here in the season, as you already mentioned, jumping around to different machines. And you found a a good quick pace here tonight. Going to walk away in second, so nothing to hang your head about. But before we let you go, would you like to give any shout-outs, thank yous, love yous? Thank anybody back home?
I just want to thank Sheldon, Reloptix, and Beef Jerky Unlimited Army there, and putting this on. A fun thing to do every Tuesday, and I hope you guys are enjoying watching it. That's about it.
All right, my man. Well, again, congratulations on second, and we'll see if we can catch up with you again next week in the Rallycross Machines when we head to Sonoma.
Great. Catch you next time.
All right, there you have it. The man walking away in second. Missed my daddy shark joke there, but Sharky himself, Mark Axelson, going to walk away in the second position. The California native showing out here tonight from Crandon. Heck of a night for him in his entire crew, and that's going to move us to the man in the middle, the man of the hour, the man of the moment, walking away with the top spot. Not just in happy hour, not just in qualifying, taking heat race win number 1, and walking away with the checkered flag. Sheldon, man, I don't think there's much of anything left for you to walk away with tonight.
Well, I tried to throw it away, and Sharky was nice enough to give me a little bump forward to send me back into the lead. So I do appreciate Sharky for not taking advantage of me being sideways on the racetrack.
Yeah, it was a little bit of a, oh my gosh moment for me here in the booth. I was like, did he really just throw this thing way over? I mean, you dominated heat race number 1. Let's make no bones about it, over a 5-second advantage at the end of heat race number 1. But here in the feature, a little bit closer. You had maybe a 2.5-second gap before then. I don't want to call it a mistake. We'll call it a misstep. And it almost all went out the window, so I know we were like, oh, so I can only imagine what it was like inside of your machine for you. But when you unload this fast and you're that quick all night long, do you really have any worries?
Oh, absolutely. These trucks are a handful, and especially for me, like, come out in heat race 1 when the track is still really heavy, and then we run 2 heat races and we have our warm-up. When we came out into the feature, the track was drastically different, and it took me a little bit to get my lines where they'd fit to where the slick spots on the racetrack, because all the tight corners, they were all slicked off on the inside, and trying to get the car. I mean, that's a great equalizer because, even if you get a good run through one of the long bending corners, if you get into the slick stuff, you lose so much traction. The guys behind you are gaining on you. So the track was a great equalizer today. I'm glad it broke down a little bit, and guys were running in the lines, and it made it an absolute blast. I had so much fun today.
Yeah, it was a great race from our standpoint. I know there's still fans out there hanging around the track, so they indeed enjoyed themselves. I know everybody checking in over on the Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube side of things all enjoyed tonight's racing action. So as we continue throughout this season, we're coming up on the All-Star break coming 2 weeks ago. Do we got any news for the fans, or are they going to have to wait another week before we find out what's going to go down for All-Star Week?
I think I have it planned, but I'm going to make everybody wait till next week before I announce what the All-Star Week break is going to look like. So we're going to go to, I think we go to Sonoma in the Rallycross next week. So we're going to get round 2 of the Rallycross in at Sonoma, which I think is the greatest Rallycross track we have. And after that race, we will, or right before the race, we'll announce where the All-Star race is going to be.
All right, well, you know how to keep the fans on the edge of their seats. You kept them on their feet here tonight with your dominating performance in the heat race as well as the feature. So, Sheldon, congratulations on being the only driver this season to go to victory lane 2 times so far. So, congratulations, you're setting yourself apart before the halfway point in the All-Star weekend. So, congratulations on win number 2. Before we let you go, you've been here before. You know the drill. We're going to step back. Mike's yours.
Awesome. Thanks, Dave. Thanks to you, Turn 3, Networks. It's fantastic. Do a great job. We appreciate you. Everybody's watching, listening. Head out to beefjerkyunlimited.com. Go get yourself some beef jerky. It's fantastic. Just do it. Dave, you need to send me a message because I'm going to send you some jerky. So I need an address to send you some jerky. And then Reloptix, for what they do, again, I'm going to explain it like usual. If you don't know what they are, you have a VR headset, you wear contact glasses, go to reloptix.com. Get yourself some lens inserts for your VR. I wear them. Tommy wears them. Rule wears them. Like, all of us have them. They're fantastic. Go do it. Thanks to the sponsors, everybody who drives with us, everybody who watches. We're having an absolute blast and looking forward to the last 6 points races of the season and an all-star race in there to go have some fun and enjoy ourselves.
Yeah, absolutely couldn't agree with you more. A lot of great racing coming up, and we're going to wind things down and find out who's going to walk away with the season championship. We're going to see who can claim to be the all-star of them all this season. And Sheldon, congratulations on being tonight's all-star and walking away with the checkered flag. Until next time, my man, stay safe, keep it fast, and we'll see if we can't check up with you in Sonoma.
Thank you, sir.
All right, there you have it. Final few parting words for the man inside of that Reloptix.com number 41 machine, Sheldon Fittig. Gonna take the checkered flag here in tonight's feature event. And what an event it was once again. Drivers from across the multiple different series, sponsored by the Worn Out Racer League here on iRacing.com, the world's #1 racing simulator. They do not disappoint week in, week out. They climb in different cars, different trucks, go to different tracks and different racing disciplines. And every single Tuesday night, they continue to pack on great racing action. So a big tip of the cap to every single one of the drivers out here in this Turn 5 Motorsports Season #1, making things as big as we thought it would be. Big shout out to all of the sponsors as well. Beef Jerky Unlimited coming on, sponsoring a handful of events and co-sponsoring this season here with the Turn 5 Motorsports. So again, it's right down in the description. You know you want some, you know you need some, you know somebody that wants some. You can find the link right down in the description. BeefJerkyUnlimited.com. Use discount code TURN5. Get yourself a little discount at the checkout, but be sure to check out BeefJerkyUnlimited.com. Big shout out as well to Reloptix.com. If you need corrective lenses, toss those glasses and get the lenses. They make inserts for all sorts of different VR machines. It's not just for the drivers here on iRacing, but any VR games that you have. You know how uncomfortable wearing glasses in those VR headsets can be. They've got the corrective lenses to set things right for you. So, again, big shout out to all of the sponsors. Big shout out to all of the fans and everybody that came in to enjoy some great stadium truck action here tonight from Grandin Raceway. And it looks like producers hitting those buttons in the background. So you know the sounds. You know it's time to run down tonight's unofficial race results in race number 8 from Grandin Raceway in the Turn 5 Motorsports Pro 4 Stadium Trucks. Sheldon Fittig walks away with the checkered flag, top of the speed charts with Mark Axelson right behind him in that 76 machine. He'll finish in second. Bender will round out the podium. What a run here tonight for that 109. Fourth place belongs to the 60 of Rulthan. Paul Dillon back in fifth with Frenchie finishing in 6th tonight. 7th belongs to Robert E. in that 9 machine. Bill Percy right behind him in 8th. 003 of Gutman will finish in 9th. 10th place, the 34 of Andy. Tommy D in the Beef Jerky Unlimited machine finishes 1 lap down. Back in 11th, the late race trouble for Tommy D, and he's going to slide all the way back through the field once again. Jason Romay right there running in 12th. Jimbo in 13th. Steve Trotter, Steve Law, and John Sayer round out the 16 truck field here tonight from Crandon. So that's going to be just about it. That's going to do it for us here tonight from the Turn 3 Racing Network. We're going to begin to cut off the lights roll up the cords, and get ready to head to Sonoma and start setting up some great camera shots around that rallycross course. Don't miss it. You know you want to be there. But first, while you're here and while we got your attention, you know you want to show these drivers some love. As always, show them some support and drop them a thumbs up. Join us in our push to 3,000. Once again, drop these drivers a thumbs up, click subscribe, smash the bell over there on the right hand side. Get notified anytime we go live here on the Turn 3 Racing Network, whether it's myself, Dave in the Cave, or anybody else back at the Turn 3 headquarters. We do appreciate each and every one of you each and every time you stop by, whether you're sliding in just to say hey, or you're one of the dedicated fans, friends, or family, maybe one of our many different sponsors. We do appreciate each and every one of you. Without you, there would be no us. So with the holiday seasons upon us, stay safe, stay loved, my friends, and until next time, we'll meet you in Turn 3.